Morning everyone, hope you're doing well. Today I've come for a ride up in West Woods, which is a small wood just a couple of miles to the west of Marlborough. And it's also one of my favourite places to come if I just want a short, easy ride. The route I've got planned today is a 13k route, so not very long, but it's essentially 2 laps of the wood, which will take us to all the main areas of the wood, and I'll show you all of what I consider to be the best trails. So something a little bit different today. It's a really nice area. Sun's just come out after a spell of rain, so I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so we're starting the ride today at the main car park on the east side of the woods, near to Clapford Bottom, and we're going to head up and down to the south of the wood to start with. It's not a very big wood, West Woods, in comparison to Savernake Forest, which is a couple of miles to the east, but I think the trails are actually a little bit better. The whole area is crisscrossed with bridleways and single track trails, so there's plenty to come and explore if you're thinking about coming out here. After a really long dry spell, we've just had a couple of days of rain, so it's actually quite wet at the moment on the surface. So we're just gonna and right up here. So West Woods is really well known for its bluebells, which come out around May time, April-May time, and completely carpet the floor of the wood with purple. Some of the trails in West Woods are better than others, and in the winter this trail in particular gets extremely wet and boggy, virtually impassable really, although there's a bit of standing water at the moment. It's still quite firm under it, so it's okay today, but be warned, if you come in the winter it can be a bit of a mud bath. So we're just crossing over the Wansdyke path, which follows the line of the ancient Wansdyke earthworks from Marlborough all the way over to I think it's Morgan's Hill, just above the Vises, and runs through the middle of West Woods. Right, just going to cross straight over the main gravel forest road that runs straight up the middle of the wood to another bridleway. Okay, so it's sort of crossroads. Going to head down here for the first descent of the ride. Left here, a little bit loose today, have to be careful. So we're just climbing up to the car park at the northern tip of the wood, Lockeridge end. Okay, so just come through the car park. Lockeridge is that way, and we're just going to turn back up into the wood, head towards another fast descent. Okay, just going out to the next descent. and turn left down here, straight down the hill. So we're just following the main gravel forest road, and we're heading towards the western side of the wood now. So on our second lap we'll be coming down this hill to my left and heading up to my right. Just going to follow this track through Hursley Bottom. There's two little valleys, if you want to call them that, here and then just here. I'm going to head up this one, around the back, and then down this one. So I've been riding on off in West Woods for over 25 years. Me and my dad came on our first mountain biking ride up in West Woods when I was about 7. He didn't even have a mountain bike then, he came on his road bike, and we rode from Marlborough straight through the middle of the wood on the gravel forest road, and then out the other side down to Lockridge and back. I also got engaged to my wife here, so it's a special place for me. And luckily it's a really good place to come mountain biking as well. Okay, so this is a byway that runs around the southern perimeter of the forest. So I've got descent now. So, climbing up a section of the Wansdyke path. This is the Wansdyke to my right. This sort of ditch and embankment. Pretty overgrown now, but much more impressive a little further to the west, up on Tan Hill. It's a really nice area for the bluebells as well. For some reason cameras just never seem to pick this up very well, never do it justice, but it's a really impressive sight if you can get out and actually see it. Okay, so we're just going to turn off down this bridleway, head back towards the middle of the wood. Another good descent coming up. Some deer ahead. Camera caught that. I'll be heading up into the area to my left after we've done a little loop up here and then round and back down again. Okay, so more or less back at the top of the hill, and that climb was just so we could descend back down this track to my left. Another good descent. Nice bit of single track. Straight over the crossroads here. So just over to my right is the Forest Lodge, which I believe is the only privately owned house in the woods. So I'm just going to continue along this gravel forest road. And at the end of here, we rejoin the byway which we were on earlier in the ride. So I'm just going to leave the main forest road now and head off along this bridleway. Bit of single track. At the very northwestern tip of the woods now. It's one of the quieter areas of the woods as well. I'm just going to turn right here. Continue heading over towards the byway that runs along the edge of the southern side of the wood. Okay, turn off here. This is the byway again, which we were on earlier. We're just a little further north now. If you turn right here and down the hill, there's another car park at the bottom where you meet the road. That's the Lockeridge Road and goes over to Alton Barnes. But we're going to turn left here and head back into the woods. This is where we joined the byway earlier in the ride. So we're just going to retrace our steps back up this hill, down and then back up the other side. And I think I've got a puncture. Brilliant. Just retracing our steps back up the one snipe path. So last time we went down to my left, this time we're going to continue along the byway a little further and then head back into the forest. So just going to turn off here and follow the one snipe trail straight ahead. So this is the track we came along earlier in the ride. We headed straight on and into the middle of the wood. This time we're going to turn right here, continue along the one snipe path. Dyke is now over to my right again. Crossed over it, just back there. And see the car park ahead. And we're back. So just back at the car now. Hope you enjoyed that today. It was a really short route, actually only took me a little over an hour to do that circuit with a few stops and a puncture repair. So yeah, and there's plenty more trails to come and explore beyond what I showed you today. They're just the main ones, the ones I really enjoy riding along. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it today and thanks for watching.